Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. The stream that may or may not be the last Elden Ring stream, at least for a while. Cam and I are currently looking down the barrel of the end game, or the final boss rush of Elden Ring, and the last legacy dungeon, the last real level of the game. Um, so we may beat it tonight, but as with all things Elden Ring, it is very long and, uh, you know, in many ways very unbalanced. So we may or may not get there. Um, I am currently hanging out in the fire giant boss chamber because I still need to throw myself into a pit of lava. I think is what's going to happen. Um, Hello, Cam. How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I am doing okay.
Good.
We have no votes of confidence in chat. Calling it now, you're not beating Fair Missoula by the end of stream. Very likely.
Maybe. Let's see.
I would rather end the stream still in Fair Missoula than end stream with like just Elden Beast left to go. That would be annoying.
Okay. So...
Okay, so I am now at the top of this big basin, where the fire giant's fire is here. It's a little unclear what exactly I'm looking at. This is not what I imagine as a forge, really, but or in the beginning of the game, we were kind of given the task of bringing Melina up here, our quote unquote maiden, to throw in the flames. And several streams back now, we took a different path and decided not to do that. And so I'm going to be throwing myself in instead because I am going for the frenzied flame ending. Let's watch this cutscene. Listen to the sounds of flame.
I'm just gonna teleport to the first grace in Fair Missoula, so you'll just have to kind of get to that.
Perfect.
Which I can never remember what the first one is.
Strange that this flame like responds to your presence, like it stokes up when you look at it. Can you hear my hit controller vibrating on the table?
I heard it, yeah. Sorry.
I am kindling. We are doing Three Fingers, Ornstein. And we wake up in a totally different world part of the game. Uh, it is a bit unclear how some of these things are connected. I think uh, Elden Ring at this point has done like the switcheroo rug pull twice now, because you get to Lane-Del, you're told the whole game like you just got to go to Lane-Del and get the Elden Ring or whatever. Then it's like, oh, surprise, you can't do that. You have to actually burn these thorns that we have placed here for gameplay extension reasons. And then we go do that, and we somehow falling into a fire pit means that I land in a flying tornado island in the sky. Is there any sort of logical explanation for this connection in your eyes?
It seems like what it's trying to do is, it's like so the reason it takes you to Farum Azula is because it's like the next step of the prophecy or whatever, is to like obtain destined death, and it's
True.
Here.
Yeah.
So it that's why that's like the the in-game reason of why it sends you here specifically, because Malekith has it.
Right, and it's kind of been hidden here, as a
well,
place
like
that no one would really
it,
be able to get to.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess story-wise, Farum Azula is a temple that once belonged to like an earlier era of governance in the Lands Between. We will probably fight Placidusax later, who was a lord of this land when it was lived in by dragons rather than people. I'm not totally sure why there are beast men here. Does that have something to do with Malekith?
I don't know. Let me see here. I feel like there's maybe one of their weapons or something talks about it. Let me dig through what I got here. I don't know. I think that so like I think the implication is that it was the like Farum Azula was way up in the sky, and then the people in Liurnia either like accidentally or intentionally like hit it with a meteor.
Yeah, that
and so
sounds
it
right.
came down to like it came down to like fall into the sea basically, and that's why there's all kinds of like weird tempest storms around it and stuff, 'cause it's kind of like unnaturally pulled here. And then also it's why whenever you're in Limgrave, there's like chunks of Farum Azula laying everywhere.
Yeah, there's also a Beast of Farum Azula boss that is just one of the normal enemies here.
Yeah. Ornstein says, a beastmen were just like servants of the dragons, the first form of intelligent humanoid life. Okay. I mean,
that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Whatever.
I think that the dragons in Elden Ring and the first Dark Souls games are maybe, like, if we are thinking about these games as like these really broad strokes, like mythological approximations of human political history, you could think of them as like, the days when dinosaurs ruled the earth, a completely different like ecosystem and paradigm. And I guess in that era, mammals were kind of in a subservient status, or a more they're prey or prey.
Yeah, sort of. Like there's the games try to kind of like have always sort of tried to like have their cake and eat it too with dragons, because they have this like very cool concept where it's like, okay, dragons are these unchanging forces of nature, like that they like exist, and they are kind of like unflappable, like weird
enlightened
beings from like a previous time that no one could really understand properly or anything like that. And that is really really cool. In the Souls series and in this game as well, they kind of try to, well, like this game doesn't lean as hard into the whole like the dragons were these unchanging, what is it in Dark Souls they call like the Age of Grey or whatever,
Age of
like
Ancients.
the Age of Ancients, yeah. Like they don't really do that in this game the same way that they do in Dark Souls. But like they do hint at like some kind of, like the dragons are kind of alien or something. Like they are not typical fantasy dragons, I guess would be the best way to, like the quickest, most succinct way to put it is like rather than being these like wealth hoarding, like knowledge hoarding, like Tolkien-esque dragons that show up in stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, like they are weird. Like you don't really, they're hard to like understand what they want, and like
it's like they speak a different language.
Yeah, cults pop up around them, and there are people who serve them and stuff like that. But at the same time, every game also, it's a fantasy game, so like, well, you want to fight a dragon, right? Like that's why you're here.
Speaking of, if you'd like to fight a dragon, I'm at this grace ready to summon you.
Okay, I'm on my way. I had to pop back to the round table real quick. But basically, so in Dark Souls, they do this thing where they're like, okay, well, look, buddy, when the dragons got killed, these pesky gods that we don't like, they made fake dragons, and we call those drakes. And so you get to fight your dragons, but they're not the real deal. You only meet one real dragon in Dark Souls.
Kalameet?
And no, Kalameet.
Oh, Kalameet's a drake.
Well, yeah, but it's like the one that you see is the one at the bottom of Ash Lake or whatever.
Who doesn't fight you? Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't seem to care that you're there or anything. Oh, let me make sure my password's on real quick. It is.
Oh, I see you.
So in this game, they try to kind of have it as this weird, like, ancient regal stock that is mysterious and no one can really, like, ascertain what they wanted or who they were. But then also you just kind of, like, run into a bunch of them. And so, like, there's, no. So, Kalameet is not real. Like, there's a thing about that. Like, Kalameet has, like, the weird Cyclops eye. Ornstein is talking about it. Midir is real, and Seath is real.
What's the Cyclops eye supposed to be?
It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be, like, Kalameet has this weird, like, Gigan from Godzilla looking eyeball. And it's supposed to be, like, a hint that Kalameet is constructed. And Midir, if not constructed, is, like, heavily, like, controlled and like set there to do the same thing that Kalameet did. But anyway,
we gotta fight this dragon.
Yeah, I hate this fight so much. I'm already
dragon
dead.
Is annoying.
Yeah.
How are we doing on health? Pretty bad. I do like all the lightning dragon spells.
Yeah, they're very cool. But I guess, yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's like they, in this game specifically, their weird like duo thing that they try to string together is like they are this weird mystical old monarchic thing, but also you just kind of like run into a whole bunch of them just all over the place all the time.
Right.
Sometimes in a very, very annoying spot like this one.
Yeah, the dragons don't appear to have been like made extinct. They're just no longer in power, really.
Yeah.
Anyways, I died to that dragon.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll just set my sign back down. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw this, Ornstein. I'd have to go look into it. But I remember very specifically there being this thing about like Kalameet's physiology being weird and being a reference to like the drakes that you run into that are implied to be like creations of Gwen and stuff. So it could be that Kalameet. So I guess the thing, like the other argument could be that like Kalameet is the template that they're basing them off of. But yeah. Wow, look at that.
Let's
Look
go.
at that ring.
Would you like to talk about your weapon?
No. I'm using the Great Club right now because we're not run into the stuff yet.
Right.
But I do have the other one ready for when we get to Godskin, basically.
For posterity, there was
Yeah.
a patch
Yes.
between the last time Cam streamed with us. And,
Oh, man, you got
we
invaded.
got invaded.
the worst
So
way to
now
get
Cam's club does holy damage, which is a thing
Yeah.
they just made happen in the patch, which does kind of make sense considering the Great Club is kind of a hunk of the Erd Tree. But annoying for anybody who wants to use the club in the end game, where holy damage will do nothing for you.
Yeah, it's also, I'm sure, like, great for PvP, and the holy damage is just kind of like tacked onto it. It's not like it didn't like reduce the physical damage. It just kind of like plopped the holy down on top of it. But
Right.
Elden Beast in particular resists like 80% or something of holy damage, and so I'm just not. Also, the Godskin duo resists like a ton of holy. So
Invader coming up behind us.
great.
There he is. Rip!
Hold the
got
dragon's
him.
attention while you do that. Nice. Yee.
That was very satisfying. Okay. Let's get this dragon. What is this wing attack?
Suppose. Dang, I thought I was
Don't
gonna
kill me,
jump
don't kill
over
me.
that. He's so close.
It's really close.
Ouch.
Oh man. Oh, still not.
Oh, crap. Ah! Okay. Alive.
Ugh, missed. Get up.
There it
Yes. Whew. Alright, let me add my PvP win.
Noise.
34. Alright. We continue.
When we get up to this next grace, I will
Summon out.
summon out, yeah.
Cool.
So I can get a
Good idea.
full rack. But yeah, I'm sure it does kind of just like speak to the whole thing with holy damage in this game, which is that this game chooses to make a funny joke at the end of the game, which is that, like, why would this be good against the gods, right? Like, why
Yeah.
would this holy damage be good against the gods? But it is the one time that there has been a Souls series joke, I guess, that I have found like really annoying. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not really that funny. But yeah, I mean, you just have to redo your stuff. If you're doing a faith build, you just go get the stupid Godslayer, Greatsword, whatever, and then you can do just fine because they don't resist the black flame as much or whatever.
Right.
So you can just go do that and it's fine. But it is like really, really lame to run into such a long stretch of bosses that all resist like the same thing over and over, especially when a lot of your damage kind of gets funneled into that if you're playing a faith character.
Yeah.
But luckily there is there is an out, which is that the faith in this game is like fire and holy damage and black fire and lightning.
Yeah, that's
So
neat.
there's other places to take the damage, but if you were like me and you were like, I'm gonna go fight the final bosses with the Golden Order Greatsword, and you get to them, you're like, why am I doing like no damage at all?
Yeah, if it's a joke, it's a joke where the setup is you playing the game for like 150 hours.
Yeah.
And getting used to a specific moveset.
Right. Yeah. Which I guess is funny, but it feels a little like annoying to me. But I'm sure a lot of people really like the Great Club now, which is cool. I'm glad. And like in any other game, I would be thrilled that it got like a faith scaling, plopped onto it. Although the scaling is negligible, it's like a D. So
I was watching Chase the Bro uploaded a video of him doing PvP with the Great Club today, and he said that the faith scaling is so minimal that he actually was able to get the most damage out of the thing by just going pure strength.
Yeah, you get more damage that way. It honestly kind of like doesn't matter, like, which is what I'm seeing with it. But I don't know. I do have the other thing in case, when we get to the guys that it starts falling off really bad too. I'm just gonna switch to it. Just the large club, which has a very similar moveset. The other big thing about the Great Club in this game is that the Ash of War is so bad. It's
Which one is it?
Stupid. It's called Golden Land. It's the like.
It's the thing that the tree sentinels, or not the tree sentinels, but the Erdtree avatars do.
Yes. They shoot a bunch of darts at stuff. It's just not very good. And you can't change it, which means you also can't infuse it. So you can't even though you are having to use the annoying type of smithing stone on this thing, you can't infuse it, which is really weird.
Yeah.
You can't make it like a heavy Great Club, which would be great, boost its damage more and stuff, but...
Do we want to go this way? I know there's one way that's like a dead end to a bunch of items, and one way that takes us to Godskin Duo.
I mean...
I think it's this way.
I don't know.
Down there?
Wait, to go to Godskin?
Isn't that the way to
Godskin's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The other way is to get a ball bearing, or a bell bearing, and like a big smithing stone or something.
Which, if this is the last stream, we do not need.
Right. Fingers crossed.
I like that we're now coming across death beasts.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't really get to see a whole lot of the moveset of those beastmen in the last area because we were just kind of bodying them too hard. But they do have some moves that are very reminiscent of what Malekith will end up doing, which is neat.
Right. They have like baby versions of some of his moves.
I just knocked one of these beastmen into another one, which knocked him down. Let's see, we're going this way. I do like the kind of 3D maze puzzle of navigating. Whoop! Yeah, I love this 3D maze puzzle. Stupid. As I was saying, it is kind of fun to have to figure out your way around by like maneuvering the camera to kind of see where you're situated in vertical space, because the way in which the temple is like completely nonsensically crumbling.
Yeah, I think that I really like Farum Azula. Like, I like the place a lot.
It's really
a shame
nice.
that like it has a couple of really stinker areas that I don't like in it, but I really like the majority of the like dungeoneering going on in it, and I think it's fun. Oh right, you got another grace.
Yeah, I am now at the grace that is called Tempest Facing Balcony.
Right.
Which is a pretty apt description of what I'm looking at.
Yes. Oh, okay. There it is. Signs down.
The way that this is disconnected from the rest of the game does kind of feel like FromSoft just wanted to do one more. They just wanted to stick a little victory lap in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish that there was more connective tissue between Fair Missoula and, like, the rest of the game, but, you know...
yeah, like, what if there was a way that you could, like, bunny hop your way down to Limgrave or something? That could be neat. Well, on the map,
Yeah.
it's nowhere close to it, but...
What if there was a way to... what if they had like a really crazy spirit jump, like one of those tornadoes or something, and
Yeah.
you could jump all the way back down to Limgrave or all the way back up? That'd be cool. Something like that. If it was actually still above Limgrave, but they've
Yeah, it
bumped
doesn't
like,
really make sense why that's the place that has all the Fair Missoula.
I think it was like careening through the sky, and like that's where it was like dropping its stuff off. I think
Sure.
is what people think. I don't know.
Makes about as much sense as anything else.
Right. Ornstein says, love Fair Missoula aesthetically, but think it's the worst area in the game from a design standpoint.
Really?
I don't think that's true. I think that Godskin really sucks, and I think that there's like a couple of runs that are really stupid, but I think that Fair Missoula, like the actual dungeon, takes pretty good advantage of Elden Ring's mechanics.
I agree.
In a way that a lot of the other dungeons don't. So.
Yeah, it's this and Stormvale are really the two dungeons that utilize the jump. Really well.
You gotta jump around a little bit. You gotta like pay attention to angles that you wouldn't normally have to.
Exactly.
It's a shame that the boss is so awful.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Godskin so much, but I do like the dungeon part. Malekith is cool. I do like Malekith. I don't think that he's like, I don't love him or anything, but I think that he, in the stretch of bosses that he's in, he's kind of like helped by the rest of them being so miserable,
right?
That it makes him kind of stand out as like, oh, here's one that's not so bad.
He's hard because he, like, his animations are tough to read, I think.
They're really he's really wild.
Not because the numbers are just jacked like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he does have a ton of health, and he hits really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that going on, like there is with a lot of these in-game bosses. But he doesn't, and his like central gimmick, the like death thing he can put on you, where you like have less health or whatever, is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And at least the arena's cool, and like the fight is neat, and he gives you good stuff when you beat him and stuff too. Mm-hmm. So,
and he's a character, like he's a character that you've met.
Yeah, you can meet him before, and also there's lots of cool like lore stuff around him and stuff like that.
Invaded by Prometheus.
Got invaded.
I would like to hear, Ornstein, why you think the game design... Oh, he just jumped off the edge or something.
I guess he jumped, yeah. He was like, I ain't doing
this. Yeah, I'd be curious to hear why you think the game design of this area is bad. There's nothing that obviously stands out to me about that, unless you're just talking about Godskin, which, you will find no argument here. Speaking of Godskin...
Here they are. I hate this boss.
It's really, really dumb.
Yeah.
And like dumb in some obvious ways that I almost feel lazy making these critiques, because the critiques have been made so many times, and it's just like such a clear point of comparison. But like this does seem to be a reimagining of the Ornstein and Smough fight from Dark Souls 1, but removing everything that made that fight good and incorporating a couple more elements that make it even worse.
Right.
The thing that is really frustrating to me is the fact that you can't just kill both of these guys once. They will both continually respawn until you have just depleted this arbitrary health bar. But it also is true that, like, at least the noble kind of sucks to fight on his own. And doing them both at the same time is
it can be
miserable.
Yeah.
But we're doing a pretty good job keeping them separated for now.
It makes me sad. Like part of the reason that I don't like Godskin is it makes me sad when really stupid, obvious critiques are right.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that.
Oh, I'm dead. Sorry.
Oh, he got you.
Yeah.
That's okay. And in this one being like, I cannot think of another reason that this exists aside from padding. Like I can't come up with anything. Like it's a reuse of bosses you've already seen more than once each.
Absolutely,
already.
Yeah.
And then also, let me go down to that. Grace. Dragon Temple, I think it's the right one. It's a reuse of bosses you've already seen. They add nothing except for the fact that they just crank it like really hard, and that's it. And put them both together, and then say, okay, what if they also respawn? And it's like, dude,
it's the too much thing we've been talking about.
And it feels like self-referential in a way that seems to me like a gauche. There are times where I think that Brum's like self-referential stuff kind of goes into that territory, and in this game there are 2 times that happens. The first is this one, or this is one of them. The other one is the like twin gargoyles, which I think is out of pocket. I think it's too much.
I agree.
I think that people let them get away with that double gargoyle thing, and let them everybody sang a lot of praises of the Dark Souls 2 like inversion of it, and so they were like, we're gonna do that in like every game now.
Yeah, and then like Dark Souls 3 is a lot of reference and one-upping themselves, and in a way that works a lot of the time.
Right. And I think that it works a lot of the time in this game too, but just not here.
And I think that what's going on with Godskin Duo is similar to what we said was going on with Melania, where they're kind of leaning into their worst impulses of just like difficulty for difficulty's sake.
Right.
And
it makes it again, it's like the paper thin stupid stuff that people say about the Souls series. I want to be able to like rebut it, you know. I want to, whenever people say these games are just like hard for hard's sake and stupid and they want you to be miserable, I want to be able to be like, well, no, that's not really what they're about. But
and there's
you know,
stuff like this in them.
like this is like it's just trying. I feel like this is a thing that is designed to try and make you mad, like when you do it. Like it's
sure
supposed to feel like it's so I don't know. It's like uncharacteristically like amateurish to me in a way that I don't like at all. Zero. Like it's my least favorite thing in this entire game.
Have you played any Souls likes that are not by FromSoft?
It depends on what you would consider a Souls like. I have played I played all the way through and really enjoyed Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh yeah, I think that's maybe a little bit more far afield than of what I was imagining. Things that kind of look more like these games and play more like these games in terms of the action and combat.
Oh, he got you,
me.
Huh?
Yeah, because I was just wondering if you had much experience with those games like Neo or the Star Wars ones or whatever.
No.
This kind of fight is sort of what I'm imagining is in those games. Like, it's just like the way that we make this good is we make this really hard.
Right. I did play Neo a little bit and did not super love it because it felt like there was a lot of juggling happening in a way that I didn't love. Some people really like Neo. I didn't play enough of it to really make a value judgment. I also bounced off of Neo really hard because at the time I was like really turned off by the fact that it did not have any multiplayer whatsoever. And later I would come to like enjoy Sekiro in its own way, and it didn't have any multiplayer either. But again, like Sekiro has too much stuff in it that is just like masterclass stuff. That it's the exact opposite of this, in that like the whiffs that happen in Sekiro happen because the game is respecting you as a player so much. Like
Yeah.
it really is. Like the entire time, it's really like the game. You know how you were talking about in Dark Souls 1, how you felt like the game is like rooting for you. You
Yeah.
know, in a way.
Yeah, the fact that Sekiro doesn't give you any ways to cheese it is kind of a I don't know.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
It's a
like
vote of confidence. That was the exact
yeah.
phrase I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, like I appreciate that the game is saying like I believe in you when I'm putting this stuff in front of you. You don't even need all these tools and stuff. Like I don't. So like all of the when the game kind of falters for me in a couple of areas, it's because they almost do it too much. But this, and I'm sure stuff in things like Neo and other Souls likes as well. But though again, like I haven't played them enough to say. I could see that not being the case. Like it would be hard for me to make that argument regarding like this fight, for example.
Right.
Like it does not feel like this is doing the same thing. Yeah. Whoops. Hello.
Oh, he's doing his big donut thing.
Okay.
I like that you can get on top of these
yeah.
pillars. That is helpful.
I'm just gonna wait for him to roll that out.
And another thing that does make it
a big
really
enough
obvious that this is an Orsian Smo riff.
Dang, he's going again.
Woo! Oh no, he's doing that.
Yeah. If you have a big enough weapon, you can like do moves to him while you're on that pillar and like hurt him.
I think I could probably manage with the great sword.
Ooh.
Ooh, let's get him. Okay,
yeah,
he's out.
Okay, turn. Let's get on Noble. Or whatever.
Apostle.
Apostle. Yeah. Okay, back up.
Nope, stagger.
Oh, ooh, you staggered.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, cool. We've got it now. They're not gonna be able to. We just need to jump on the one that spawns and beat them down really hard, and then we'll be okay.
Where's he gonna spawn? Is it always the same side?
I believe so.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. All right, get in. Lay it on.
Let's stagger him. Is that a stagger?
Yeah.
Ah, messed it up.
It's okay. Still got damage.
Oh, he's almost down.
Out. Yeah, he's almost out.
Yes.
All right, we got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we will beat this game tonight.
Look at these guys. Look at this dude.
Rip.
Okay, that's it for him. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Not too bad.
Not
Took
too
us,
bad.
3 tries?
That was, I think that was attempt 3. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, let's go get us the Rune of Death. Do you want to do Placidusax?
I mean, I'm cool with trying to run for Radagon Elden Beast if you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Let's see.
We have an hour and 12.
Let's
so
do Malekith first,
let's
and
go
then
for Malekith,
see
and then
how long it takes us.
It's a good plan. Okay. Oh, I need to move to Dragon Temple Altar, and then go up the elevator, and then you can just summon me up there.
Let's see.
So Orson says the enemies have classic in-game overtune damage. They're very ganky and not fun to fight. Run past them most of the time because the only way they're interesting is that you have to double tap them, which is annoying more than anything else. Banished Knights have way too much HP and too many true combos. I mean, yeah,
you almost never fight more than one of those Banished Knights at a time. I kind of like fighting them, to be honest.
The Banished Knights?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do too, but also I acknowledge fully that I have great weapon privilege.
That is
okay,
true.
So Swaff, if you go to the Grace, right?
Which one?
And turn, the one in the middle of where we kill Godskin Duo.
Oh, I'm already out of there.
Okay, are you like on to the next zone?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, well, can you go back and summon me then?
In the Godskin Duo
No,
room?
but like right in the door leading out of it to the next area is where I'm at.
I don't know if I can backtrack considering all the jumping that I've done, but let me go look.
Okay. You should be able to. There is a staircase that leads down. You jump down to where like those two beastmen are. Is that what happened? Yeah. If you go back, there is a staircase. Or alternatively, I could go down and put my thing down there.
Yeah, why don't you put your thing down inside that little like square structure with the big crater in the middle of it? You know what I'm talking about? There's like a bunch of dogs and a beastman in there.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll make my way that way.
Okay.
I know what you mean. Okay. So square area with a bunch of dogs and a beastman and a crater. I see what you're talking about. Hang on.
Ooh, the Erd trees are burning.
Okay. Alright, my sign is down in that general area.
Cool. I am looking for it.
I'm fighting dogs. Ah, crap. I died.
No.
I rolled off an edge.
Okay, I will keep on moving and see if I can find the next
see if you
grace.
if you get hit the next grace.
I think I'm close.
Okay, Ornstein also says that the platforming is not even cool like Stormveil. The platforming is not required and is supposed to make you get creative. Here it's too obvious, it's just boring. Dragons here make me retroactively dislike Lannisax as a boss. Brought back the Warhawks. Godskin is every one of Elden Ring's flaws in one boss. That's true.
Absolutely.
And the boss run backs in general are awful for a game that fixed boss run backs. Yeah, I mean, I agree with some of that, and I disagree with some of it as well. I think the platforming is fun in that it makes you kind of reassess where you're standing when you fight guys in this place. It is obvious and pretty linear, like where you're supposed to go all the time. That is true though, for sure.
Linearity is something that you kind of miss when you're playing Elden Ring. Though.
I don't mind it, depending on the context. But I see that if you don't want it, then yes, I can see that as a criticism here. I think the Warhawks is terrible. When I was saying before the one area I don't like here, it's the one with the stupid, like there's all the birds everywhere and the dragon shooting lightning at you and stuff. It's terrible. So yeah. He also says that he didn't like Neo, but he sees why other people do. Played Code Vein, but dropped it. Gave it a second shot. It's decent. Yeah, all of the quote-unquote like Souls-likes that I have really enjoyed have been ones that are like innovating way more than that, if that makes sense. Mainly, and I don't have anything like against those games really, but it's like I kind of feel like it's like, why would I not just play Dark Souls? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, which is maybe not the best way to think about it, but I do
like when games that are kind of working in other genres take stuff from Dark Souls more so than I want to play a Dark Souls clone.
Right.
Like I really like the subtle things that like Celeste and Shovel Knight and Hollow Knight take from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Even though those are working in such different registers.
Right. Yeah, to me the one that the game that I felt the most like that with was Hyper Light Drifter, where it is pulling a lot from Dark Souls, but doing it in a completely different genre. So
okay, I died, so I can now get you right after Godskin.
Okay, sounds good. I really need to go back and finish Hollow Knight. I never did.
Yeah, a game that will hopefully be streamed on this channel at some point.
Okay. All right, I'm setting my sign down like right outside the door.
Cool. Oh, I actually never touched that grace. I'm gonna run past these dudes. Whoop. That I said I liked fighting earlier.
Yeah, the Hyper Light Drifter is also extremely fast-paced, like very, 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 very quick. But it is also based on basic. I mean, it is taking the same like thing of Dark Souls, where it's like all about timing and using like economy of action or whatever, and it's just that what that action is a lot quicker than Dark Souls, and it's doing it in a different way. And also you have like a gun, which is fun, like a fun addition, because it's isometric. It's more like you're playing something like Zelda or Hotline Miami or something.
Seems like
on
it's
terms of
taking a
just
lot
like
from Bloodborne in terms of the speed and the quick stepping and stuff.
yeah, right, yeah. Or Celeste, honestly. Like the dashing and stuff feels similar to the like little spirit dash thing in Celeste. Okay, I am with you, brother.
I am down here fighting some beastmen.
Beastmen of Farum Azula.
The beastmen of Farum Azula, as they call them. Let's see, we want to go this way.
I'm gonna book it for the range guy over here.
Smart. Man, I keep missing this dog. Okay.
Okay. Not too bad.
Oh, invaded by Bloody Finger Blue.
Bloody Finger Blue.
Yeah, we really do have great sword privilege.
Yeah,
everybody just kind of folds over. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can get one hit on them, that's basically all you really need. They'll stagger through the rest of it. There's Bloody Finger Blue.
Where?
This is actually a really annoying place to get invaded, and I'm surprised that he is not taking more advantage of it. He's standing right up there on that bridge.
On what bridge?
Right there. You don't see him?
I see, I do.
Yeah.
I can do that. Oh man, okay. What if we go somewhere else?
Yeah, let's just. He's not.
My
in
souls
our way
are back
right now.
here, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere, maybe. Maybe not.
Ow. Okay. Let's get on
yeah, we
going.
can't get over there.
Yeah. If. Oh.
Is he still on that bridge?
No, he is not. He
Okay.
went somewhere else. Oh, there he is.
Where?
Hello. Right here, in front of me.
Oh man! He's using all the blue stuff, I'm noticing. Oh, did he just fall? Oh
Is
no.
he dead?
I don't think he's
Okay.
dead. I think he fell on something. Yeah, he's on the staircase.
Okay. He's coming back up. Pay attention. Got him.
Got him. Another W.
Good try, buddy. Honestly, I feel for you.
Okay, let's
Deck
see.
is stacked intensely against you. Okay.
Am I going for the bridge that he was standing on?
I don't know. I mean, you don't need to.
Okay. I don't remember where
maybe.
I left my souls. I would really like to get them. There's all the Godskin Duo souls there. Is it back here?
You okay, bud?
I'm following my compass. Oh, it's like in there. Was it on the lower level maybe? Or did I jump down here? I might have jumped down here. Let's do that. Let's see. Hello? Souls. Oh, they're back here.
Did you get them?
Maybe. Yeah, this is where I lost him.
Okay, I'm coming.
Are you with me? Got him.
Alright, cool.
Alright, lead the way.
We're close to the next grace.
Sweet.
And then Malekith.
Then Malekith. Up.
Yeah, up and then down. Hang a left. Right here.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I know that the path is fairly linear, but because it is, there are certain branches of that path that require you to kind of look at it from a cockeyed angle. You end up going through a lot of little nooks and crannies that you wouldn't necessarily have to, but it kind of works as this like larger interconnected space.
Yeah.
That I like.
Here's like the most OD man alive. This is like the most insane living person in Elden Ring.
This Crucible
Knight?
Knight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's not so bad if you've got two people, but this guy is a pain if you are by yourself.
I find all the Crucible Knights pretty hard to fight.
Yeah.
Especially once they start doing tail stuff.
Yeah. Well, no match for the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And our combined double-digit IQ. Okay, I'm gonna jump.
Is this the way?
Yeah. It's the bad part. We're going into the bad zone.
We have another dragon to fight too.
Yeah. Yeah, they were talking about Code Vein. I don't know. I have only ever heard the name Code Vein. I don't know what it is.
Agreed. I don't really know what it is.
I agree. I don't know what it is. Is that the one where you're like a cop with a ghost dog? Is that Code Vein? What game am I thinking of?
I don't know, man.
There's one game where you're like a futuristic...
You're thinking of Watch Dogs? Is that a game?
Watch Dogs is a game. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual dog, though. Okay. My suggestion is we just run for the dragon.
I agree.
Okay. I hate these birds.
They are bad.
I don't want to think about them or acknowledge them.
I pretend I do not see these birds.
Yeah.
Birds are not real.
Yep.
This is the dragon that we fight at the lead up to...
What?
What?
Hello? He said, never mind. Out of here.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that.
Sure. Whatever.
Anyways, I think that's the dragon that you fight on the lead up to the Altus Plateau, which is why he has a small amount of health.
Okay, so Finral says Bandai Namco decided to make their own Dark Souls but with vampires. That's Code Vein.
Ah.
And he also says that Astral Chain is the game he thinks I'm thinking of. And it is, but can you blame me? Astral Chain, Code Vein? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you could blame me. I don't know. I never played either of these games, so...
And I'm going to need you to summon out at this next grace.
Yeah, no worries. How much Estus do you have left?
0.
Oh, cool. Here's a fun The fun tool. Hip.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
at
so
it.
they're talking about Code Vein, and they're talking about it being a very like anime-ish game, and this is probably why I just didn't play it. To be
You've
honest
played
with
some
you.
anime games. You're into
I
like
have.
Persona and Shin Megami Tensei and stuff like
I like
that.
SMT the best. That's the most anime game that I like is SMT. But and Persona 5 is good. Although it's, whatever. It's got its problems, but uh I do like some anime games, but I do think that there's a certain anime aesthetic thing that I tend to just kind of like dodge completely.
I
And
feel
if
you.
it is, yeah. Okay, let me Black Crystal
Perfect.
and
And then we got a Malekith to fight. Have you ever done the thing where you go down and fight Bernal and you get an item that lets you parry Malekith?
no.
Apparently that's a thing. I just
I
read about
think
it
I've
today.
gotten this item but just did not know that's what it did or cared to use it.
Yeah, it's just an item that you can use while Malekith is doing certain moves, and it parries him.
So they both say, good, don't play it. Mineral says anime-ish doesn't do it justice. Code Vein is 150% anime.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. I think I'm good.
The rip-off tagline, prepare to dine.
That is funny, though.
Do you know what Grace you're warping to?
I'm at the one you were just at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if you needed the name of it.
Yeah, it's like the under the bridge or something. I knew where it was on the map.
You know, I think if we can get Malekith in the first one or two tries, we have a pretty decent shot at finishing this game tonight.
I am not confident that we'll do that, but we might.
We shall
Malekith
see.
can sneak up on you with how hard he is.
He is really hard.
He can be weirdly hard. I mean, I think that he is one of the harder bosses in the game, honestly.
For sure, yeah.
But just because he's just flying all over the place all the time.
He's got a Slave Knight Gale feeling to him. He's just like really fast. He moves.
At least Slave Knight Gale is like on the ground. Malekith is spending a lot of the time in places you cannot get.
Very true.
He's flying around.
If Slave Knight Gale was also Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, or like or Toad, the X-Men villain Toad.
I'm not familiar with the X-Men villain Toad. I'm familiar with the
You
Mario
don't know Toad?
character Toad.
Man, you're missing out.
I'm sure.
Toad is like a pathetic mutant who his powers is just that he's kind of like a frog, basically. He's got like a long tongue. He can jump good. That's it. But honestly, that'd be a pretty sick set of powers in real life.
Just to be able to stick to stuff, jump in the air. Yeah.
You could shoot your tongue across the room, pick up your remote with it or whatever.
That would be helpful.
And like, yeah.
Would you have to taste it though?
I mean, I guess. Do frogs taste everything? I don't know if frogs have taste buds. Is that real?
I feel like they probably don't.
Okay, so Finral says all I know about Toad is that about what happens when he gets hit by lightning. Yes, but he is just a guy. He's British, first of all, so that should explain a lot of the issues with him. So a lot of his like physiognomy is just Britain only. But he is a hunched over little gray man. Okay. He's got green eyes, can see in the dark, and jump around good. I think those are some pretty good powers. If you weren't also in the world with like Magneto, that's like
you're kind of outclassed.
Yeah. Right, you get outclassed by your own dudes.
Man, I have yet to take a hit. We're doing good.
Yeah, but he's pretty easy when he's Garank or whatever. Although I'm gonna say honestly, Garank is like one of my favorite looking Souls boss ever.
He's
I
great.
love how he looks. He's like just nasty cleric. I love it. Looks like something out of Bloodborne.
Yeah, this looks like a exceptionally good Chalice dungeon boss.
Oh my god. I just put a moratorium on Chalice, the word Chalice dungeon.
Man, the drip. I love
He's
Malekith's
stripped out.
armor.
He looks very cool. You love a guy like, okay, so a ratty looking nasty guy. You love that.
Yeah.
You also love like a, guts berserk like layered armor,
Yeah.
like feral but also has like armor on thing.
But
And
there's an
Malekith,
elegance to it.
Yeah, but Malekith you get both. You get to see him. Get you a man who can do both is what I'm saying. And he can. Man, he's really just standing there. Okay. All right. And now we're fighting Malekith.
I think co-op he's not too bad.
Yeah, he can. I mean, he can just kind of like spin out of control really fast and kill you, and like you can be doing really fine, and then he can like nick you, and then you die.
True.
Is the issue? Because he'll like nick you once, and then you'll get staggered, and he'll throw something at you and kill you. I like the fight though. Like I was saying, among all these in-game fights that I have been complaining about, like this is my favorite one. He's cool. Look at him flying around.
He did it. He did the thing that you just said.
Yeah. He'll hit you once, and then you're like, well, we were doing good, but then turns out I'm dead. He's a cool guy.
Ornstein says Malekith is the next Tumblr sexy man, and I am not prepared. You know what? I wouldn't know anything about that. I just avert my eyes.
Good luck to him. Like,
you know what? You could do a lot worse.
Yeah. To all those about to log on, I salute you. Good job. Sorry for whatever damage Tumblr has done to you.
Would you rather the Tumblr sexy man be Malekith or the Onceler?
Are you asking me?
No, I was asking Ornstein, but you can answer if you want. I think I know your answer.
I'm fine with not answering if it's okay.
That's valid.
Man. If you have a small weapon, he's super hard. That's true. He is hard. He's easier when you have a bigger weapon because you can like kind of chunk him because he's only on the ground for like 3 seconds at a time. So you need to make those like couple of seconds that you're actually interacting with him count, and then the rest of the time you need to think about it as if you're kind of doing like a dodge puzzle.
Yeah.
And kind of doing like a Sekiro thing where you're giving him his turn and then he lands and you look at this curled finger.
All right,
happy to send you home, you jerk.
Dumb place to invade, but I guess he didn't necessarily choose.
Yeah, everywhere is kind of a dumb place to invade in this game. Whoops.
Wow.
I was gonna say, did he just throw you off?
I just rolled into a space that I didn't know was a bottomless pit.
Good job.
Man.
Yeah, the area you fight him in is kind of like a gigantic version of where you fight the Dragon Rider in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Man, Dark Souls 2. When I think about it, I want to play it. And when I play it, I want to think about it instead.
That's the best review of Dark Souls 2, perhaps. I recently booted up Dark Souls 2 just to see how far I could get into it, like in one sitting. And pretty quickly bounced off of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, the beginning is miserable, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing is because they do the adaptation thing, like, you have to spend the first, like, few hours of the game just absolutely eating it and just barely eking by and doing the best you can. Although I will say, last time we played together, I felt a little more comfortable at the beginning of the game than I have in any of the playthroughs I ever had before. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that's because I committed really early to using a great weapon that could help me stagger enemies. Because a big problem in Dark Souls 2 is that it's really easy to get swamped, and there's just like guys all over you. So, well, bless you. So, like, I don't know if that's the case. That was like the one variables, so I'm assuming that had something to do with it. But
Yeah, when I stopped playing, I beat exactly one boss, which was the Dragon Rider, and then I went for Ornstein, or the Old Dragon Slayer, as it is called. And the run up to that boss is miserable.
It's tough.
Because
it's
they add all those little like hide knights that were not aggroed before start being aggroed after you kill the Dragon Rider.
Yeah.
And there's just a billion of them.
There's a whole lot.
And you're like
and
level 1.
Big guys.
Yeah.
The big golems are crazy. It's hard to kill them. And then there's that one little like big circle room where they're kind of like, haha, fight 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I
would rather not.
Actually. Yeah, I won't do that. But I appreciate you thinking that I could. Take that, Malekith.
So what's up with this death status effect? Is it gonna go away?
Yeah, after a few seconds it'll go away. But I mean, just play as normal. Just, you know, it's as if you can't, it's as if you just have like a chunk of health you can't heal. That's all.
Right.
The name of the game with Malekith is to not get greedy. Mm-hmm. Like you just gotta like let him do his thing and get little bits of damage here and there.
Oh.
But that's the case with a lot of these in-game guys.
Absolutely.
I like his sword.
He has a great sword.
Come on.
Oh no, I was down. I know, I made it.
Oh, he turned. Okay.
Yeah, weird that he can switch aggro mid-combo.
Yeah, especially because I like didn't even hit him. I don't even know why he got mad at me. I didn't even do anything.
You looked at him funny.
Uh-oh. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah.
He has kind of a, what's that called? The dance that the
waterfowl?
Waterfowl dance, yeah.
He just kind of has like a general like anime like dimension slash move.
Yeah.
Hers is kind of something a little more, I think. Uh-oh, he broke my posture. Goodbye. Ow, I rolled too early. He's gonna kill me. Ah, okay, I'm alive.
Yeah,
barely.
Try to stay alive if possible, because I don't have a lot of flasks left. Ugh. And I'm about to have 0. Yeah, 0 flasks. Oh, maybe we can do it.
Ah! Forgot that that's like a hit all around me type of...
Oh
yeah.
Man!
I was gonna say, he's got you.
Okay, let's give it a better attempt. That was a little pitiful. Hello, Ted. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Ted?
Ornstein, I was aware of the great sword pun, but I wasn't doing it intentionally.
I didn't do it on purpose. Alright, sun's back down. We did pretty good that time. The big thing about Malekith, though, is like he's one of those bosses where you feel like, man, I'm really been like slogging it out this guy for a while, and then you look at his health and you're like, man, I haven't really taken him that far below half.
Nope.
Like the first half goes real quick, and then the second half you're like, man, really having to work for every single one of these little hits.
Yeah, I think he only attacked once or twice in his first phase last time.
You can stagger him pretty easy. I was hanging out with Ted and his child and his wife and his dog earlier.
Nice. What were you guys up to?
Just hanging out. It's really good to be able to just be like, hey, You have a large dog that needs to get a lot of energy out. I have a large dog that needs to get a lot of energy out. We should just let them do that to each other.
Absolutely.
Now my dog is snoring on the ground.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Dang, he got you with that slow thing. He got
Well,
you with
I
that
didn't.
creepy thing.
I was behind a pillar. I didn't know it was gonna hit me.
I love that one of his moves is just he like picks up a big rock and
Yep.
slings it at you.
Yeah, the vibes could not be more different.
Love him. Love him. I love Garank.
I like his name. Garank.
Yeah, Garank, the beast clergyman.
Who
Get in
likes
there.
to eat death.
Yeah, he's like, give me more death, boy. I gotta eat on it.
Alright.
Okay.
Malekith the Black Blade.
If that is your real name. You better heal up, boy.
You never really know if somebody's name is their real name in this game.
Yeah, no one's name is their real name, basically.
I was
Everybody's
wondering.
playing some
I
kinda game.
have an Elden Ring lore question for you.
Okay,
Do you
I
have-
may have an answer.
Do you have an answer as to whom the Gloam-Eyed Queen is?
Okay, so the Gloam-Eyed Queen is like another. It's like a god or demigod or something, right? And they think that the Gloam-Eyed Queen is what's her name? Is Melina,
Melina?
like your old maiden.
Mm-hmm.
And because when you beat your Frenzied Flame ending, you're gonna see her.
You see her eyes specifically.
Yeah, she opens up her messed up eye that has the claw mark rune on it or whatever, and it's like the light blue, the same color as like Blythe's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like a connection between it and like oh sweet, I dodged it. Oh, that one good. All right. There's a connection between it and like the trying to do like the Golden Order restart type of thing, like how a lot of the gods are. Dang, he's really on you.
He really is.
And there's probably more to it than that I will be able to recall when there's not a beast man swinging a sword.
For
at me.
sure, yeah. So
So
you are pro it's Melina.
I think that's what the end, the Frenzied Flame one is trying to imply. I think
that makes sense. Also,
yeah.
the god
At
skins
least she's
serve
like
the Gloam-Eyed
and
Queen.
she's
which-
at least like an agent of it or something, like, or maybe it's like her mom or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she does talk about
But-
her mother,
Yeah.
living with her mother at the Erd Tree.
Yeah.
Some
Alright,
people
I
think
got
that
aggro.
it's
Yeah.
America. As
Yeah,
like
yeah, I've
another
heard that
secret
too.
identity for America.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, possibly. She's already got a few.
I like
So-
the idea of it being Melina, but I
Yeah.
suppose we may never know.
Which is also, I like the thing of it being Melina as well, because it also lends more credence to the thing of it being like, she's like making her own.
Oh
plays.
my god!
You just jumped off.
Ah!
Oh, we're so close.
We were so close. That was the time.
Favorite death line other than thy strength befits account. Why does thou covet deaths and death to kill what? Yeah. We don't know, but 90% it's Melina. Gloam-Eyed Queen is a god who opposed the gods and fought against Malekith America. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like is it's Melina. Which is, again, some funny stuff when she's like, what are you doing with this 3 fingers? What's going on? What's going on here? And I'm like, dude, you just don't want me to do it because you want me to do your thing.
Yep.
I'm not going to do anybody's thing.
Okay, so my suggestion, if we can kill
Yes.
Malekith soon-ish, is that we
Uh-huh.
spend the rest of the stream on Placiduous Axe.
Okay,
And then
if you say so.
save the final boss rush for next week.
Save Godfrey, Radagon, Elden Beast for next week. And then if we have extra time left over, I guess we could PvP or something.
Yeah. For sure.
Hopefully, we will have other extra time left. I would absolutely hate Andrew Swafford if we spent
an
2
hour
hours
is
next
on
week.
Elden Beast.
Yeah, if we spend 2 hours doing that next weekend, I would be upset about that. So, here's hoping. Crap. Jumped right on that. Get off of there.
Well, she just knock him off.
Yeah, you don't even have to fight Malekith.
No, Malekith just like Spider-Man jumps back up.
Okay,
oh, man.
buddy, I get it. You come off of that one little spot, Andrew Swafford will die. But you're backing up. Ow. This is a bad run. I can already feel that. We've had to spend too much time and resources on this. Nice frost proc.
You're welcome.
Ow. Yeah, I've already had to use 3 flasks.
I've used 2.
Yeah. Is he just staying over there? We were
He's
both like far away
there.
from him too.
Yep. Okay. Never say
right.
never. We can do it.
Okay, if you say so. Alright, on my way. Just get your damage and then get safe. Get your damage, get safe.
Another helpful set of pillars in this fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man.
Sorry.
Ernstine says she is anti-funny at times with the 3 fingers. Okay, oh, anti-funny times with the 3 fingers. I thought you said funny at times.
I don't know what anti-funny
occasionally.
times means.
She doesn't want you to do it with the 3 fingers. Like, she doesn't want you to hang out with them.
Oh, she says no funny stuff? Is that what he's saying?
I guess so. Or like the same way if you like go to school with your cousin and they don't want you to like hang out with people who smoke cigarettes.
That
like
would
that.
be being anti-funny times.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I occasionally need a refresher on the lingo of the youths of America.
Right. Or if you want to be really specific about it, it would be like, if you were like, hey, mom and dad, I think I really want to go to clown school, and they were like, we are anti that. Then they would be anti-funny time.
Ornstein says she thinks the 3 fingers are a bad influence. Or does she?
She thinks they're not funny. She's like, you got the whole squad laughing about that. Actually, I'm joking. It's not funny to me. Alright, Andrew.
I'm not going to jump off the edge.
Think about this one. You have a master's degree.
That's right. I can do this.
And this is a computer. A computer man.
Oh,
There you
yeah. Putting my master's degree to good use. Oh my god. Tell me with your little anime move.
I feel like Glacia like always makes the same hurt noise. Like every time I ever hear like across the map you get hit, she's always going like the exact same sound bite over and over. Can you frost proc him? I don't even know.
You can frost proc Grank.
I know you can do Garank. I don't know if you can do Malekith though.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Yeah.
Move. He's bringing it to you. When he does that move, don't even think about hitting him. Don't even think about it.
I wasn't thinking about hitting him.
You were thinking about it.
I was not.
You were when he landed, you were thinking, how am I gonna hit him?
That's my inner voice too.
Yeah.
That's what I sound like.
I know you were. Don't even think about it. All that should be in your brain at all is how do I not get hit right now?
Hit the bricks.
Until he is all four on the floor again, then don't even think about it.
Okay.
Don't even consider where, as long as your feet are not about to like Wile E. Coyote you off the edge, don't even think about your advantageous position or anything. Just think about dodging only. Or get a shield.
That's okay. We won't resort to that.
You're like, okay, don't be ridiculous.
Let's not get carried away. I doubt a shield is particularly effective in this fight.
It's not. But it would have. See, the issue is that what he keeps doing is he's hitting you with the last laser, and then you're getting staggered, and then he's dive bombing you.
Laser. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're getting hit by the dive bomb because you're not ready for it. But it would prevent you from getting staggered by that first laser, or the last laser. I mean, if you were to shield it. But that's about all it would do.
Wow.
Thought I was over that. Here he goes again. Crap. Thought I was over that.
Also not the best run.
Yeah. Just got kind of mixed up. Getting hit with them beast incantations. Come on, stagger. Come on, stagger. I'm begging you. Dang, I died.
Oh no.
I really committed to try and get it. Oh, good luck, buddy.
Yep. Here we go.
I'm gonna see if you can frost Malekith while
let me know.
I wait for it. Because then you won't even have to worry about trying to hit him with that frost spell.
I was just mostly using the frost spell because it has range.
Okay. So he is weak to standard types of damage, slash, strike, and pierce. Strong versus holy and sleep, of course. He negates 80% of holy damage. Unbelievable. He can be frostbitten, it looks like.
Good to know.
Technically. But it's hard.
Yeah, he doesn't stay in one place long enough for you to Hoarfrost stomp him.
Whenever I was first playing this game, on my first run through, Malekith was really kind of where I started to feel the squeeze on the holy damage thing.
I bet.
And I Scarlet Rotted him to death.
Oh.
Like, I blew Scarlet Rot at him, and then like got little bits of damage, and then ran away and Scarlet Rotted him again. Because he actually has like a relatively low threshold for it.
Well, I survived longer than I thought I would, but I am dead.
Okay.
So, summoning you shortly. Man, we gave Godskin Duo the business way easier than Malekith.
Yeah, that's not really super surprising to me. Malekith is harder than Godskin Duo. Godskin Duo just sucks.
They're cheap.
Like, they're cheap, and if you can figure out a way to get around the cheap, aka if you can rush one of them down and then mess up their spawn pattern, then they're fine. They've got like the one trick, and if you can get around that trick, you know, whatever. Malekith is like a whole boss.
Yeah,
he's like a real boss.
He's just a wild man.
he's like a real boss with real difficulty. So I'm switching to my other club to see if it helps, because I was getting like no damage out of the holy part of
that's
Great
a good
Club.
point.
So I'm gonna try to like light this one up and see if that works better. me with his little shotgun.
Pocket sand.
Crap.
Ooh.
Dang, man. There he
We
goes.
got him. It's not awkward silence, Ornstein. It's focus. We've played this fight too many times.
Maybe bled? I forgot to check that.
I would be surprised.
Watch it. Okay. He's throwing his sonic booms. Dodged into it.
Oh man. Okay. Escape that
Okay,
time.
you survived. You did it. Ow.
We got a good chunk of damage there.
Yeah. Lighten my club up again. Alright. Watch it, watch it. Get behind the pillar. There you go.
Alright, we got him. Oh, I missed by a hair. Okay.
There you go.
It's like two
All
more
right.
hits.
Yeah. Crap, he hit me through a pillar.
Okay.
Time to glug. Don't.
I survived.
Okay. Good. Ah, keep missing him.
Okay, I got him once.
Ah,
He needs one more hit.
one more. Oh my god, he has like a pixel. Throw a rock at him. Ah, he got me, but you got him, you got him, you got him. You just gotta touch him. Throw a
Okay.
dagger at him or something.
Got him.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Woo! We did it.
Hey. Alcat, on the books.
Well, I suppose we have 20 minutes to fight Placidusax. And a boss that has way more health than Malekith.
We could also just call it if you want, and just cut it short, and then just pick up next week. I don't know if we're gonna really be able to do Placidusax that quickly. It's up to you.
Let's fight him once and see how we do.
Okay.
You down for that?
Sure.
Okay.
I have never summoned in for someone fighting Placidusax before.
So you
Where
have
should
to
I
put
go?
your summon sign on the little platform where you lay down.
Okay. Yes. Give me 1 second then.
Yeah, I agree that Placidusax is easier, Ornstein. And I've fought him way more too. So I'm more comfortable with that fight.
Alright, hang on.
This is a great cutscene, by the way. I guess you're not able to see it, but now that the Rune of Death is unbound, as they say, we're kind of seeing like a little montage of like various people from throughout the lands between, like looking up at the burning Erd tree.
Yeah, and they're like, yo.
We are really in the end times.
Right, yeah.
Mood, honestly.
Elden Lord yet.
Okie dokie. Okay. I'm running for that platform.
Cool. Oh, and I am now. I get another cutscene. I'm waking up in Ashen Capital. Ornstein says,
Right.
are there any tropes to go over before the end of stream? I'm not sure what you mean by that exactly. I guess we do talk about tropes occasionally, but it's not like a regular, like routine thing.
Okay, let's see here. So you said I have to be on the thing that like prompts the lay down message.
Yeah, that's where you want to be.
And then put my sign down there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'll go.
Let's see. I want to be at beside the Great Bridge. Yeah, I think that's right.
And then you go down
backwards.
and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like on the big precipice thing, you like find a little rock and fall off of it there.
Well, to answer your question, Ornstein, the only trope that I can think of, or maybe this is an archetype, would just be the archetype of like the shadow.
Right, the dog thing. Right.
Because Malekith is Marika's shadow or her knight or whatever. And we just see that mirrored in so many different places in the game, where you have Blythe, who's protecting Ronnie. Who else falls into that category?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But it is reminiscent of a lot of stuff in like Souls games though, where like there'll be typically like a lady, and then she has like like a dude,
Her
big
hand.
dude.
Yeah.
That like
Oh, you
follows
also
her.
have Horaloo and his like
Right, and his
tiger.
little cat.
Yeah.
Okay, my sign is down right next to where it says lie down.
Cool. I am on my way there. I'm doing the little jumping part.
Yeah, I mean, I think that part is interesting, and I think like a lot of things in Elden Ring, it feels a little underdeveloped sometimes. Where
Yeah.
like I feel like there could be a really interesting thing if they said something like Melania chose to be Michaela's shadow as opposed to like following her own path as an Empyrean or something.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Like something like that would be really cool because it could show a little more agency. I feel like something in this game that happens a lot is that everybody kind of feels like they're just like tools of fate, like
yeah.
that they're wheels spinning that are always spinning and spinning in such a direction or whatever. But it would be cool for like one of the things that I really like in other Souls games is reading about like basically people like Vike, like in this game, people who like shirk off their destiny to do something else. And I guess to an extent Ranny is like that, and maybe that's why they didn't feel like doing it so much with anyone else. But I feel like it would have been cool to do. This is such like Tomba 2 energy. Did you ever play Tomba or Tomba 2?
No, I have not.
Oh man, there is a part in Tomba 2 where there's a pit like in Tomba. So here's some like lore discussion for everyone. In Tomba, there are
this
like
is what you're asking for, Ornstein.
Wizard,
the Tomba 2
wizard.
discussion.
There are like these wizard pigs, right, in Tomba that are like evil. It's like veiled cop thing, I think, but they're like the big baddie in the second one is he's like the Wizard of Time, and when you finally think that you're about to get him, he literally just like stops time on the entire world except
Wow.
for you. And then you have to do all this extra stuff, like you're running around the world trying to like get these things together um, to like defeat him or whatever. And everyone and every single thing is like frozen in time. It's really sick. But that bit always like reminds me of that when you like lay down and everything stops before it starts moving backwards, you know.
It is humorous, the like freeze
Yeah.
frame, the record scratch. I
Oh,
bet you're
yeah.
wondering how we got in this situation.
Yeah.
Let's go back and meet Dragon Lord Placidusax.
Yeah. It's that boy. He is cool. I also
This
like
is
this
an
intro.
awesome like
Yeah.
spectacle, or just like a tableau, I guess.
Yeah.
Really like it. But yeah, to go back to the like shadow discussion, I guess what it's doing in all these cases is adding to the game's theme of subservience and hierarchy, because in the cases of like Malekith and Blythe and Sarash, like these are all subservient, like you might even say enslaved characters.
Right.
But they view their subservience as like this sacred duty that
Honorable.
they must do. Yeah, it's like a chivalrous thing.
Right. Ow.
And I guess with the Rani quest, you kind of end up taking on that role yourself.
You do.
By the end.
You do. I always thought it was cool that Placidusax's like fire looked like jacked up, like it's like gold.
Yeah,
it's very sweet. I love this guy. He's so cool. His design is so cool. I love this man. King Ghidorah looking dude.
And like he has a third head that's been chopped off.
Very neat. He has like a couple, right? Doesn't he have like a couple of necks that are stumps?
I only see the one right now.
Isn't there one kind of like wrapped underneath him?
Maybe. I don't know.
Watch out. Getting clear of that.
Ooh.
Very cool looking move.
Yeah, he has a lot of very cool looking moves you just need to be very far away for.
Yeah, just turn around and run away. Yeah, he's got like I think he's supposed to have 5 heads. Yeah,
really?
Because there's like 2 that are like wrapped around him like the tails like the Saiyans do
I see
in Dragon
one.
Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like wrapped around him like tentacles or something. Crap. One issue with doing this fight with a great weapon is sometimes like you will start an attack and then like
he's gone.
He'll put the lightning under you while you've started the attack, and it's like, well, I'm about to get hit by this. Like, yeah, not gonna be able to like cancel this and get out.
He also has a ridiculous amount of health, and so doing this.
They love doing that with dragons,
tricky.
Man. They love making the dragon fights have just so much health. Madeir is like that. Calamete's like that too. Be cool if you could ride
a stagger?
Here. It's a stagger, maybe.
Nice.
But yeah, whenever I first fought against him, it felt very like this move is cool too. Like rain, water, and he just like disappears.
You have to watch for him in the storm.
There
he comes.
Stay away. This fight reminds me of like a Monster Hunter final boss fight to me.
That makes sense. I can see it.
Like Elder Dragons is what they're called in that game. Get away! Okay.
Ooh, got hit. We're not doing bad.
No. I've only got 2 flasks left, but
I got 6.
He's at half.
Ooh.
Watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes because you have to be behind him, or I guess you don't have to be behind him, but I am often behind him. You don't necessarily see him start a move.
Yeah.
Ooh. I do really like this move where he disappears and kind of comes out
Yeah.
of nowhere. Especially if you're locked onto him, you can hold your lock on and you can see where he's about to show up. It's neat.
Yeah. It is cool. Speaking of that, that's another like Monster Hunter thing. There's this monster in Monster Hunter called Kirin, right? And it's like the Japanese mythological like unicorn thing, right? It's like a lightning unicorn, and it has this super sick move in the games where it like rears up like a horse, you know, about to gallop or whatever, and it charges, and when it charges it like turns into a bolt of lightning and like
Very
shoots
cool.
really quickly and then like reconstitutes on the other side. It's really sick. I'm out of flasks, brother.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
I keep getting like touched by his little AoE things that are doing
He's
a lot
got
of
a lot
damage
of
to me.
those.
Yeah. There he got me. Yeah.
Rip. Well, I
Or
will.
his HP isn't even that much. He's just got some of the best defenses in the game. Yeah, I mean, he also does just have like a ton of HP.
He
like,
has a ton of HP.
I was hitting there were a couple times where like Swaff and I would both strike and we would get like almost 2k damage and it would just take like a tiny sliver.
Right.
Which is a lot. It's cool that you got a frostbite on him though.
I did, like right after you died. So it's not impossible that I could win, but he does have a lot of health and I have 1 flask left.
I'm gonna see if he can bleed because I do have bleedy fists that I can whack him with. Yeah, he's got 26,000 HP, which
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know where
dead.
that sits. You can bleed him. I'm gonna
Nice.
try.
Do you want to summon
Might as
him one more
well.
time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. I think I'm going to give myself some more flasks. I'm not using
Yeah.
a lot of magic in this fight.
Yeah, I am set to full HP flask and have been like for a really long time. Oh right, I was gonna check something real quick. Okay, he has the same resistance to all elements.
I think Rykard actually has the most HP of any boss in the game. But you don't really
Rykard.
experience it that way because you fight him with the weapon that's designed to chunk him.
Right. Yeah. Fire Giant. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that Fire Giant has more.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of like not the highest HP in the game, but pretty high, and then having really good defense. It's like both of them together is what makes it take a really long time.
Both Placiduous Axe and Fire Giant have such narrow windows with which for you to actually attack them.
I like Placiduous Axe a lot more.
I do too.
With those,
yeah.
with regards to that part of it. So I feel like he does have that gaping dragon thing going on, where like you can find spots to hit him that are safe. It's just that he can cover them, but you have to like force him to cover them instead of like gaping dragon has like bits where he kind of just like can't even hit you if you stand in certain spots.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
just kite him around.
But with Placiduous Axe, it's like he can hit you. It's just, but he has to like commit to animations to turn and hit you.
Right.
And so you can like see him starting to turn and blow fire backwards and stuff like that, which I think is cool. And also he teleports around, turns into rain. So I like that.
We like him
too.
Probably my
Yeah,
favorite of the 3 Faramazula bosses.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hard. I mean, well, I don't know. I like Malekith. I don't know. I will say Placiduous Axe is probably my favorite like dragon boss fight. In outside of like, you know, stuff like Argyll that you can like ride around Torrent and throw stuff at him, which I think is a lot of fun.
That's my
but
favorite, for sure.
I like this one on terms of like fights you are forced to do on foot or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've come around on this one being better than Fortis Axe.
Yeah.
I think the Fortis X is one that I've been less frustrated by because I haven't had to replay it a ton of times to win it.
Yeah.
But this it really is like another level of spectacle.
It's their, it's a kind of a...
It's their prog rock album cover.
Yeah.
Boss.
I wish it was a required boss instead of like Godskin or something.
It's
like,
probably the
crazy,
most hidden boss. I actually played through the whole game without fighting it and had to look up how to find
Watch it. He's fire blasting backwards.
Oh no.
Ah. His tail is just so resistant to damage.
Ooh. Is that a staggerer?
It is.
Yeah, can I get it?
Get in there.
Yes. You still do like nothing.
Yeah. I think it's cool for like a dragon to be like, I'm gonna whap you with my like lightning Freddy Krueger claw.
Absolutely. We have no choice but to stand.
You got you got a frostbite.
I did.
Which is cool. I'm trying to get a bleed on him right now.
He's going rain.
Although my weapon is not like the best bleed weapon in the game, so it's just kind of my spiky fists. He's going for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, I love anytime From makes a boss fight that it's like, hey buddy, you're not supposed to lock onto this guy. Like, for most of the fight. I like that.
Yeah, I alternate between locking on and not locking on.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing.
Oh, back up. Ah, run away! Blowing it up.
That was a real Luigi noise you just made.
Ah! Got me with the old tail.
Oh. Ugh. Get me out of here.
Uh-oh.
How many flasks you got?
Oh, I'm doing fine right
Cool.
now.
I got 7.
Yeah. I think we got him this time.
We can do it.
As long as we don't do something stupid. I got 5, so... Where's he at?
Where's he at? Oh, I see
there he
him.
is. Whoop! Ow. Dodged into the wrong thing there, but... we good. Love that double fire spew. Yes. Yes, King. Very cool of you, my liege. Wait, where'd you go? Don't hit me. Okay.
We got him.
Oh yeah. Careful. He's yelling.
I like the lightning that shows up on the ground to kind of show you where the bolt is gonna hit.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fair. It's like a hard fight, but it feels good. Like it feels fair.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of area denial, but it telegraphs it enough to where it doesn't seem like it's unfair.
And also, kudos, and this just goes to show how good they are at this type of thing when they want to do it. Like, he feels like he's, like, fighting very desperately to me. And, like, like that doing his moves, like, causes him great effort. Or, like, they are only done at great effort.
Oh, crap!
Laser
beams,
beams,
lasers.
Yeah. Whoop! Ah, hit me. Thought I was clear.
Yeah, he does have that
All
What
right.
is the term that Miyazaki uses a lot of time? Like quiet dignity. There is a dignity to the fight, I think.
Crap. Okay, I'm out of flasks now.
Okay. Godspeed.
Yeah. He's close though.
He also doesn't chunk you for over half your health, usually.
Like every single time he looks at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah. Okay.
We got it.
I'm hurt, but alive. Oh. Oh crap! I didn't know that was an attack. You got it.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I just
believe in
staggered
you.
him.
You did. Get in there.
Yes.
Ba-boom. Ba-boom. You're so close.
It's over.
It's over.
Maybe. I will be so sad if I die. Got him.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. Hey, Ted was asking how many. He noticed the cuss counters, and he's asked how many were Emo. I believe Emo cussed once, but he said the F word.
Yeah, he cussed once last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which is also the only cuss word I have said on stream. It's only the severe one.
Wait, so you've had one cuss and Amos had one cuss?
Not in Elden Ring. I have not sworn in Elden Ring. I
So
swore.
6 are mine?
Yeah, I think you were getting pretty casual with it at some point.
Man, that was unintentional.
You cussed on like the first stream. You said the S word.
I did.
But you used it to mean like stuff, which was very funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a frustrated cuss. You were just like.
Yeah, that's a
very...
casual one that can very easily slip out.
Yeah. It's just the one on this counter, Ted. Whenever we played. Whenever the last time we played a game together, when we were all on cam playing Bloodborne PSX, Emo was on camera for a few weeks, and in that he swore like 11 times or something. But that was, for this stream, it's only been the one.
Let's see if we can go through Elden Beast next week without cussing.
I am not making any guarantees about that.
But yeah, that'll be next week's stream. Sorry to advertise that we might be beating the game tonight, but Fair Missoula is it's long. It's long.
I had fun.
We
fun. We didn't get caught up on anything for too long. It felt like a good old-fashioned Soul stream to me.
Yeah.
So we took out all of the bosses, even the crappy one we didn't get hung up on for too long, and yeah. Beat the crap out of a bunch of invaders.
We really did.
Well, so.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch with great pleasure the moment when the invader invaded us during the dragon fight and I killed him in 2 swings.
Yeah, I really feel for invaders in this game, man. They're really up against the wall.
Yeah.
Godspeed to you guys. I don't know.
But
we're not done, Ted. So, but Ted is asking what is next. I think Swaff is going to take a break.
Yeah. So next week we're going to do like the final boss rush. So Gideon Ofnir, Horaloo, Radagon, Elden Beast.
I forgot about Gideon.
Yeah.
So
you will forget about him again as soon as we finish fighting him.
Tune in, listener.
Who knows?
So you may also forget about Gideon Ofnir.
Yeah, who knows how long that stream will take. We shall see. But we'll have like final Elden Ring thoughts next week. And then I'll be taking a break for about a month. I will be getting a new computer. And the current plan is to stream Celeste by myself after I have the new computer. And that's a short game. I should probably be able to finish it in just a couple of weeks. And if people are still watching, if stream is still going good, I think Hollow Knight is going to be next on the docket after that. Because I want to play it again before Silk Song comes out.
And I need to beat Hollow Knight.
You do. All right.
Also, I have Hotline Miami now, which would also be a great stream game if you ever wanted to play it.
Does that have a co-op mode, or would it just be
No, it's solo. It's solo. So you would just do it, but it would be a great game for you to stream.
That might be a fun game to play sight unseen on stream.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. It has been fun, and we will see you for the end of Elden Ring next week.
See you, folks.
Bye.